Hello and welcome to the middle school parent meeting. We're sorry we missed you at parent meetings, but we're really excited for you to be joining us in the middle school this year. So we're going to start with just our mission and vision. Our mission is to disciple children for Christ now and for all eternity, and to train them in excellence for their roles in their family, church, community, workplace, and country. Our vision is to be the best Christian urban school in America and transform the city of Milwaukee through the power of the gospel. We got a great mission. We got a great vision. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about what that looks like. So we're going to start with some celebrations here, some wonderful things that are happening in our middle school right now. So we had 94% staff retention in our middle school, which is phenomenal because we're building that continuity and our teachers are all really experienced with the content that they're working with. We're also really excited to be welcoming Mr. Genstad. That's pronounced Genstad, like the K is silent. He's going to be our 5th and 6th grade social studies teacher. He's joining us after almost 2 decades in education in various capacities as a teacher, as an administrator, as a principal. We're really excited to be welcoming him, and he's the only new member of our team this year. Another celebration we're really excited about is the forward data from last year. Our teachers and our students worked really, really hard, and the results were great. So in the middle school, more than 70% of students improved on their scores from the previous year. They had an average growth of almost 10%. So that means each one of our students passed 6,000 students in the city of Milwaukee just last year on the forward test. We had a 34.7% proficiency in ELA and a 39% proficiency in math, showing strong growth in both of those areas. And we know that the best is yet to come. Unique to our middle school. So we know that there can be some transitions coming from primary or coming from other schools into our middle school. So we wanted to just share some elements that are unique to us. So first is our structure. We work in advisories, so each class is broken into 2 parts, a male section and a female section led by an adult advisor. And that advisor is really your point of contact. You're welcome to connect with any of our teachers at any point, but that advisor is going to be working with your student on a daily basis, checking in with them on their personal growth, their spiritual growth, their academic growth, so they're going to be a great point of contact. Also, we're really emphasizing our teachers becoming experts in their content. So we're departmentalized, which means that each of our teachers just teaches one subject. So our students switch classes. Now, the transitions can sometimes create a little more complicated communication, but we really love having our teachers be experts in their content because that's really what's going to move our students academically. We also have some really cool opportunities for our scholars. We've got some phenomenal athletic ministries we'd really encourage you to get involved in, whether that's basketball, volleyball, track, golf, and many more, even wrestling. We also have Chromebooks for our middle school students that you'll learn a little bit more about through this school year. I want to give a really big plug for Discover America. These are trips that each grade goes on throughout the country. So here you'll see pictures of students riding horses on a dude ranch in Nevada. You can see Discover America heading out to the Grand Canyon, and also students at the highest peak in all of South Dakota. So we send students all over the country. We love these trips, and they're powerful, spiritual, and relational experiences that happen at the end of the year. Now, students are responsible for raising a portion of the funds, so start fundraising now. If you're in 5th or 6th grade and you just raise $30 per month through chores, through helping out, through raking leaves, through shoveling snow once it comes, you will be done by the time we get to May fundraising for your whole trip. If you are in 7th or 8th grade and you raise just $35 a month between now and May, you would have fundraised for that as well. Please connect with us more on this because we love these trips and we want to make sure that your scholars have the opportunity to do that. Our academic team is led by Andrew Becker, our Dean of Curriculum and Instruction in 7th and 8th grade. And then in 5th and 6th grade, that's Mr. Kurt Steele. So some of the important ways that we can be academically partnering with you, it's so critical that you have a clear pulse of where your students are at. Checking Skyward daily on that. If you have not yet done so, please make sure you're signed up to receive that information. Progress reports we send home weekly, And then also we send home weekly SCR sheets. Now these SCR sheets we'll get a little more into right after this, but please make sure you're also communicating directly with your teachers. So here's an SCR sheet. This is the top half of it. And an SCR sheet essentially communicates how your student is doing across 5 critical areas. So Covenant, which is things like uniform. Is the student here on time? Are they in uniform? Character and action. Demerits. This is the behavior piece. How your student's doing living the values that we're working on in school. On the other side, we have missing assignments. This year, this is going to be missing coursework. So this has to do with, it's so important that all of our students are turning in all of their work, both for a learning standpoint academically, but also for a learning standpoint from life skills. We want them to complete what they're starting, and that's going to have a major impact in their grades. So that's another point of emphasis on this. Finally, you'll see the GPA. Below that, you'll see a total passport points. The max you can earn is 90. Anything above 75 means that the student is currently on track for Discover America. So keep an eye out for that, and please connect with advisors if you've got further questions. We have academic deans, and we also have cultural deans. We have 2, one for each floor. Mr. Henry Tyson, also our superintendent, works with the 7th and 8th grade, and then Mrs. Jessica Leering is our 5th and 6th grade dean, and then Miss Neal also helps out both of. Now, some of the goals that our deans of students have, they want to build a really strong middle school culture. They want to be helping and supporting students with challenges, and they want to be guiding students and staff towards these core values. Getting there requires a really intense focus on Christ and also character education. We focus on 5 social and emotional competencies throughout the year, with the curriculum weekly aligned with one of those competencies. Some things that we want to keep on the radar, just things that parents can have a huge impact on. First is Covenant issues, making sure that your students are here on time and in uniform each and every day. A couple big uniform issues. Earrings pop out for guys. Guys are not allowed to wear earrings here at St. Marcus. Also, hair color. Hair color must be a natural color. So, for example, a blonde would be a natural color. Dyed yellow, now a dyed purple, that's not a natural hair color. So that one would not be permitted. So please make sure that you're checking with deans if you're thinking of any hair dye or hair color. Electronics, we have a no cell phone policy. This is a distraction in the classroom. I'd say about 70% of the issues that we have in school start on a cell phone, either from social media or some other issue coming into school. We want to eliminate all those distractions. Now, some students do need to have a cell phone, so we have a system by which they can safely drop off their phone at the beginning of the day, and then they're able to pick it up at the end of the day before they go. Sibling passes, older students are able to use a sibling pass to go get younger students who might be on another part of the building. And finally, just another plug to keep Discover America on the radar. We want to have you guys start fundraising now so that doesn't sneak up on families or students. A few critical tips for success. 1, make sure that you're checking that SCR sheet every single week. It goes home every single week at the start of the week. The first one's going to go out right after Labor Day, and so make sure you're looking that over with your student and checking with them on it. That'll let you know if they're missing assignments, where the GPA is at, so you can make sure to proactively address any issues. Please plan to arrive by 7:30. It's a great way for your student to get used to the day, ease into it, and make sure that we don't have any issues with tardiness. They get a chance to play with their friends, eat breakfast, and get a good start. If a student is going to be absent, please make sure that you call by 9 a.m. We spend an exorbitant amount of energy trying to track down all of our students to make sure they're safe, so please just let our office know by 9 a.m. if a child's going to be absent. Keep those phones at home. Keep an eye on social media. Please follow up on detentions. This was the #1 reason that we had students out of school suspended last year, because they didn't finish their detention. Please make sure that we're doing that. Continue to communicate both with teachers, students, and with our admin. And if you've got any specific questions, please connect with either Mr. Tyson or Mrs. Leering. Again, we are so grateful for the opportunity to be partnering with you and your scholars. We can't wait to welcome to our middle school. We're doing some phenomenal work here, and we can't wait for you to be a part of it. Looking forward to this year.